Hello everybody, today I am back with another challenge video. This is, let me get my shout out slip, Mike Dyson's fantasy car challenge. So Mike Dyson, shout out to you. Go over and watch and subscribe to him if you haven't already. And also I'd like to give a shout out to Team Modern Car. He does very nice videos over there. And he, like me, does like Tamikas a lot. And he's gone to Tokyo. If I remember correctly, I think he did. Hopefully I got that right. But yeah, that makes me jealous. So, for him and my channel, I kind of call them dictionary channels. Because we do short, simple reviews on whatever car. So that's the whole background behind my channel. I wanted to make like a dictionary, so review a bunch of stuff, and then people, if they're looking for a specific car, they can come through and learn everything I know about it. So yeah, so go check out those channels if you haven't. Now let's look at some fantasy cars. So they're not totally fantasy. They're not like weird, wacky designs. I don't have much of those like this. I mean, dairy deliveries, I would keep dairy delivery, but monster one, no, not really. That's not even fantasy, but I don't like it. Beauty, but yeah, none of the weird designs like that. I have some like, what's the word? Generics, I'd say. So yeah, let's start with the police car. That's as generic as you're gonna get. So yeah, it is a fantasy design, but it's very realistic. So there's a blue one. I think my turntable's going the wrong way. I don't care. It seems like it runs better this way. Oh no, I don't think it is. And I also have a black one there. So now this vehicle has sentimental value to me because, well, this casting actually, as it does have an opening trunk. What the? Okay. It does have an opening trunk. And this particular casting, not this exact one, but the casting, a variant of it was my first Matchbox ever. So yeah, I think I had a nickname, Trunk Popper, jeez, or something like that. So actually, here comes the legend now. There he is. So this is the exact one that I had when I was little. Look at that lovin' play damage. Trunk is still intact. Even though it's in rough shape, I'd say I took pretty good care of it for it to survive 14 years. And actually, funny story, I was looking for this. I wanted to put it in the challenge. And originally I wasn't gonna because I couldn't find it. But then I grabbed a car off my shelf, and then this tire was on the shelf. And I picked up the tire and said, I'm just going to go throw this in my junk spare parts bin for my restorations. So I pick it up and I drop it. It slipped out of my hands and dropped it, and it fell into a bucket. So I reached in there to grab it, and would you know, it was sitting on the roof of this. So thank Mr. Tire for the police car being here. But yeah, I'm going to keep this up here now. And this, another very generic, so these are both Matchbox, the Sport SUV Police. It's very similar actually to this one. They have the same headlight design, but when they came out around the same year, the copyright in the police car says 01 and this one says 02. So why is this like there? And I have another version. Well, this police one is cool. I have this police one, which is actually licensed for NYPD. And I do live in New York, not the city though. So I like to collect the New York Police Department ones, even if it is in the city. Yeah, I live 6 hours away from the city. So, yeah, it's still fun to have that. At least this is more what I see. That's the design I see in my area. But there's that. And another New York City, New York City Fire Department. This is the Hazard Squad fire truck. So there's that. FDNY. So now, does it count if the deco is licensed and the vehicle isn't? Not sure how Matchbox gets away with that. But hey. Very cool. And then I believe this is the first edition of it that I detailed. I always picked up these emergency vehicles to practice detailing. The fantasy ones, the fantasy emergency vehicles I pick up to practice my detailing on. So I think this is one of the best ones I've ever done. So yeah. And then we got the good old urban tow truck. I don't have many fantasy ambulances. I wanted to get one of those in there, but they're all licensed. We got the Renault, a bunch of Fords, and yeah. Next, they have the Ford Transit, and then they have the older Ford F-350 ambulance, and, the newer one. And yeah, but I got a tow truck in here. This is one of their best fantasy tow trucks. I still need to get that flatbed king. But there. I also have the 65th anniversary. The 60th anniversary one. I should have brought that out. I wasn't thinking. Okay, now moving away a little bit from the emergency vehicles. We got, what do they call this? The Cruise Boulevard Demolition Derby Car. I heart demolition. See, I really like what they did with the tires on this one. I put the stripes there. And I do really like the derby cars. Ooh. Just got stretched. My arm's getting sore. So yeah, this one is very nice to have. The headers coming out the hood. And then we got the drift missiles. The Time of Taxi. This one's a little rusted. I really like the Japanese taxi logo on the side there. And actually, coming soon, I have a review of this one coming soon from the Metro. That should be the next main line. Low battery. Well, actually, no, because I already have a couple main lines recorded. That's the next one I'm going to record. But that's not the next one you guys are going to see. I always get confused. I just confused myself doing these pre-recorded videos. But there is the Time of Taxi. And then it's Partner in Crime, the Time Shifter. Which the Time of Taxi reminds me of a Toyota Crown Comfort taxi from Japan. This reminds me of the Nissan Astadia. I believe that's how it's pronounced. That's a station wagon variant of the Skyline. And that's what it reminds me of, this side profile. All it needs is a little spoiler, a little lip spoiler up there, and it will look just like the Stadia. I hope Hot Wheels does that one day. It'd be even better if they bring it to car culture. But for now, I gotta track down Tomica one. Ooh. And next, lastly, we have a couple of rally trucks. So this one's from Hot Wheels. This is the off-track. This is one of the better looking ones I have. One of the more realistic designs, because some of them have like tiger stripes and whatever. This one's got the mud tires, which I think is a cool touch. And this casting's actually pretty fast on the downhill. So now I always thought, I can't tell if that's, I believe it's a spare tire. I mean, I wouldn't be a fan that big, but yeah, because it's got like the rope on it or whatever. Then we got a couple Matchbox here. The Quick Sander, which this design reminds me a lot of like Red Bull designs on rally cars. I really like the mud flaps and the yellow wheels. This looks, and the flat paint, this just looks really nice. And then we got Baja Bullet. Yeah, Baja Bullet. Which sort of kind of reminds me, it looks very loosely based off of the Toyota off-road truck that Hot Wheels does. But I guess it's just a generic trophy truck. Although the taillights make it very similar. But the front, there's nothing out there on the road like that. Although they're starting to look like that with the brake in the headlights, which I think is just the ugliest thing ever. But that is the off-road truck. And now if you really want to talk Toyota, about the Rock Shocker. You see it? Now, I love the detail in this one. This has got to be my favorite out of the bunch. And this is the last. But if you look closely, it doesn't have a fender on the front wheels. So you can see like the inside of the fender, where all the hookings there are. Yeah. I love the details in this. And you look at that front cab, that looks like a Toyota. That looks like a Toyota. Even the headlight casings up front. That you take away this bull bar and it just looks Toyota truck. Like just like just like the Pizza Planet. Where's Yoda at? I call him Yoda. Where's Yoda? Oh, there he is. Although the trucks from this, I think they should have a little bigger headlights, but yeah, that's why I call him Yoda, because he's a Toyota and the back end says Yo. So he's Yoda. Planet. So yeah, I think Ron was talking about him. Yeah, Ron did show him in the fantasy car challenge, and he said that he thinks it was in the Cars movie. Yeah, it appeared in all 3 Cars movies. That one's from the 3rd movie. This is all dusty because it was in the Demolition Derby. Poor Yoda. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.